it's not difficult to see, but calling it out for really what it is somebody's projecting their own insecurities and their own challenges, trying to box love in something. Now, that doesn't mean love conquers all and love is above all. No, not at all. It just means that you can have a plethora of emotions up and down, and love is expansive rather than restrictive. Salaam alaikum, peace. I'm Coach Nadir.
And I'm Coach Nyla.
And we are two of the three founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. With that being said.
Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss something that's very important. Maybe it could be controversial. I don't know. Because we've gotten questions, and the thing is that can a subsequent marriage be a marriage of love? Meaning, I guess, could it be a marriage of love, or is it just that you're just satisfying your lustful desires with your second, third, whatever, how many other wives that you have? So, yeah.
Very interesting myth and misconception. Usually made by somebody who wants to categorize or block or label something because they feel that love is constrictive. So if I have a box that says wife, and that box is here and it belongs to my wife in monogamy, and then, that's all filled up. There can't be any more love. So that must be just for your lustful base low down desires, as they like to call it sometimes. It's just ridiculous. It's the whole reason we here. Look, thankfully, quite some time ago, two parents of mine got very excited, and boom, almost 10 months later, I was born. All right. So, with that being said, though, it's really interesting because you really can't control who you love in general. And the reason I say that is because I was deeply in love when I was younger with Vanity. All right, if y'all know who Vanity is, I was going to marry her. Blowed out hair and everything. It was the 80s. I was in love with her. I was in love with Layla Rashawn. Oh, man. I was going to marry them. So I guess I was on that polygyny tip back then. I didn't know it was a thing. But I was going to marry them, for real. Them, and then it was Janet also. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. So with that being said, though, that's just, being able to control love or really have feelings for somebody, even if you don't know them or a persona or what have you. But with polygyny, the challenging thing comes with these whole stereotypes where it's like, oh, it's just for lust, or your love is restricted. And like I explained, you have more than one child. Does your marriage shrink, your love start to shrink for the initial child? It doesn't really make much sense. We understand from that perspective.
Right.
But it's expansive. It's not constrictive. So, it's for your lustful desires. Interestingly enough, we have 3 sons together. So, yeah, that's a result of, marital stuff. And now you're just saying, oh, it's just lustful. Let's go ahead and have these 3 children and top of bonus children and build this family and everything. And then you're just for lust, though. Like, that doesn't make any type of sense.
We'd like to interrupt this video to let you guys know to make sure you are registered for the Women's Polygyny Masterclass. Yes, it's our 4-part Polygyny Masterclass with your coaches, Coach Nyla
and Coach Fatima.
And we are going to talk about different things in preparing and thriving and growing in polygyny.
Yeah, and your co-wife connection. Everybody asks us, so we're going to go there. We're going to talk about all those things. We really hope you guys join us.
So make sure you click the link in the description and don't forget to register. We'll see you soon. I'll let you get back to the video.
People like to believe one way or another to kind of satisfy themselves or deal with maybe some insecurities or things they have going on. But the reality is, love would be kindled anyway. Love would be between you anyway if you're marrying someone with the idea that has similar values in the direction that you're going. You know what I'm saying? You do the same thing with a first marriage. You don't know. There's what they call, puppy love in your teenage stage, or there's the honeymoon phase and everything they feel you get out of and so on. When the reality is you're building that relationship and you're building upon it and you're stacking it.
It's interesting that he that he is saying this, because I remember when people would ask, like, oh, well, why would a man marry again in polygyny? And I would have all these other answers, and love was not one of them. And then I was told, and rightfully so, like, that's actually disrespectful to not feel or think that the husband can expand his love, or his love can be expanding, and that he just marrying somebody just to be marrying them. So that was an eye opener for me. Let's continue.
So with this stacking it, all you're doing is kindling a part of that love. So you never really have to leave the honeymoon phase if you are aware of your partner's values, your goals together, and those same things you did to win them over, if you will, by doing more of that and also evolving with them at the same time. The challenge is many people don't keep that up. If you go, the honeymoon phase, not ball and chain, I want to go. These things change because as the person changes, it's not for the better. It's not proactively moving in the right direction. Like I was told a while ago, I mean, your attitude and everything is like a garden. You don't need to plant weeds in order for weeds to grow. Weeds are going to come. Bugs are going to come. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be there making sure you're pruning things, you're moving stuff out, you're having a proper fertilizer. The sun, the wind, the rain is going to do its job, but you have to make sure you do your job by planting good things there and paying attention to it. So many people just let it go like a wild garden, and then by the time they look up, the stuff is choked or dead or not producing what they thought should be there, because you don't just think a garden into existence, you have to work on it. So similarly with polygyny, you have to work on it. I mean, it is what it is, but when you are looking to do it in a noble fashion and you are intentional and you build, you know what I'm saying, that love comes along with that. So it's not just the idea that's fascinating. So
no, that's good, because that's the thing. A lot of us, women and as girls, we were taught that, just fairy tale stuff, the happily ever after, the, knight in shining armor, the, oh, this person loves you, and if there's anybody else on their mind and they don't love you, and, these type of things like that. And if you were raised in like the 90s and the love songs and the baby pleases and all that other stuff like that, it's like you get this conditioning that it's like, okay, well, this is how it should be. And if it's any other way, then it's like, that's not love. Or if it's any other way, then, I'm doing something wrong.
But if it isn't love, why do I feel this way?
I just say, oh, my mind. Why does it hurt so bad inside?
I'm just saying, So with that being said, though, I mean, it's not difficult to see, but calling it out for really what it is somebody's projecting their own insecurities and their own challenges, trying to box love in something. Now, that doesn't mean love conquers all and love is above all. No, not at all. It just means that you can have a plethora of emotions up and down, and love is expansive rather than restrictive. Sadly, a lot of times we love things, vices, and people that we shouldn't. I remember hearing a while ago that it's better to be trusted or counted upon than it is to be loved. And I was amazed, but the brother went on to tell me, he said, look, if you could depend on somebody, you could trust on somebody to be who they are and stand forward in that, it's much better than just loving them. He said, you probably have in your family, absolutely point out the correct, he said, you probably have in your family somebody who's an abusive alcoholic. Yep. Do you love them? Yep. Do you trust them? No. See, that could be a problem. He said, you have people that you love in your family that you probably won't allow by your house. That you won't allow to watch your children. Indeed. Right? You love them, but it's a better compliment to be trusted and be dependent upon than to be loved. So I understood that at a young age, and I think that's probably one of the reasons I value loyalty so high.
Yeah, see that I learned that was a lesson, because I told you I was brought up with the love stuff, and I'm like, and I still didn't understand that concept, but how people talk about the unconditional love, and that can get you hurt. It can get you hurt. It can get your feelings hurt. It can get you physically hurt. It can get you hurt. And I had to learn later on in life that, that loyalty, the respect, the being able to trust, even though I was the type of person that I valued that in myself, that I'm like, I know that people can count on me. I know that people can trust me. That's the thing that I will work on. But for some reason, even though I knew that, or at least didn't know it in my mindset, wasn't intentional in knowing that. It was the whole love thing that was confusing. But it was like, okay, well, this is what it should look like. And if this is what it is, if this is what love is, then that's what I want. And then when it doesn't happen that way, then it's like, okay.
Well, then of course you have those sayings that are true that say, the people that are supposed to love you the most also hurt you the most.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's that double-edged sword. But at the same time, if you're not willing to love, then you're not willing to feel that happiness that comes along with it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we talk about joy. We made a song about it. Like to hear it. We're not about to sing it, but you got joy and pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, whatever version, the original or the Rob Bass DJ Easy Rock version. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's a part of it. So it is what it is. There's no need to try to bottle it up or label it, or you put this in this box over here and it's gonna stay there. Because I'm telling you, as much as you may not believe, Layla Rashawn, Vanity, and Janet, I was about to have 3 wives. In my mind, I had 3 wives. I was upset when she started, when Vanity was with in The Last Dragon, whatever my man name is. Yeah.
Bruce Leroy.
You know what I'm saying? Bruce Leroy Green. I was like, now mind you, I was a kid. I was probably his younger brother age during that time when it came out. But I'm saying, she was an Action Jackson. I felt bad for her. If y'all even seen that movie. But yeah, so anyway, I was in love.
And it's interesting
Tell me
about how you can love people that you've never met. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is not romantically. This is actually it was a sister I've never seen before. I've never seen her, but we communicated like on social media. And I swear, I thought I knew her. Like, I'm like, did we meet somewhere? We may have met somewhere. And we like connected like this. And I'm like, I love this sister. And I remember her saying, I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen you. And I said, all this time, I thought I've known you for years and I've seen you. And I'm like, I love you. Everything like that. And then, she
It's
sent me a
possible.
picture
Mr.
or
Hadith, the
whatever,
Prophet, Salaam, that talked about that with, souls being together before creation.
Yeah.
So that could be it too.
Yeah, because the connection was deep. And so that's the thing too, when I think that sometimes, we just meet up again, in life, and, we have this connection. You never know, only Allah knows. So.
Indeed. So the lesson for today in polygyny, yes, you can marry and be in love and have love and develop love and all of that kind of stuff. Is that the most important factor or thing? No, I don't think so. Not at all. But if you're working on the proper things, you're going in the right direction, you're being intentional, love is just a natural side effect, which is pretty good. That's dope.
Like that.
It's important.
Love is natural.
It is. It is. But yeah, that's it. So, anything else you want to go ahead?
No, I think that's about it. Yes. I'm going to wrap this up.
So, put in the comments. Anything to put in the comments? To let us know you watched the video, you supported us, you saw the whole thing, you got some gems, let us know what you got. And I'll put in the comments, love is.
Love is.
Love is.
Love is.
Yeah, 2 words. Put that in the comments. Let us know. Shout us out. We appreciate you sticking through. And got some different show ideas, topic ideas. Feel free to put them there for us because we read all the comments, even the dumb ones. And yes, they can be dumb comments and dumb people. It is what it is. They tend to usually get blocked. But that's not you, though.
It's not you. You're still here.
Or don't be that one.
And don't be.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap it up with GLC.
So make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level
every single day.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.